What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about the New York Jets adding a veteran executive to their front office. According to reports, the Jets are adding TJ McCreight to their front office for an unspecified role. So, who is TJ McCreight? What do you have to know about him? Well, here is everything you need to know. He has been in the NFL for 25 years, has spent a long time in the league, serving in various different roles. We'll kind of work our way backwards from 2017 to 2021. He was an Eagles player personnel executive. As we know, the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017, and they made the playoffs in 4 of the 5 years that he was there. He was the director of college scouting for the Indianapolis Colts from 2012 to 2016. Over that span, they didn't have amazing drafts. Their first one was definitely the best, but here's some names that not he in particular, but I guess guys he scouted with Andrew Luck, Kobe Fleener, T.Y. Hilton, Dante Moncrief, Philip Dorsett, Henry Anderson, former Jet, Ryan Kelly, the center, and Hassan Ridgeway, the defensive tackle. From 2009 through 2011, director of pro player personnel for the Arizona Cardinals, and earlier was with the Baltimore Ravens in the early 2000s as a national scout. So clearly worked his way up, went from a scout to pro player personnel to director of college scouting to a player personnel executive again. And then the last couple years, not working for a team, but still very involved in the scouting process. So there's two connections to the New York Jets. The first is that the last couple of years, he served as the head of pro scouting for the 33rd team. As you may remember, the Jets hired the 33rd team and Mike Tannenbaum to help lead their search. Rick Spielman is an advisor to the New York Jets general manager in Darren Muji, and Spielman worked with the 33rd team. So you have the connection there with Tannenbaum and Spielman and the 33rd team. And then he also spent the last 3 years scouting for the Senior Bowl. If you might remember, the Jets interviewed Jim Nagy, who was running the Senior Bowl from 2018 to this past year. He now works for Oklahoma as their general manager. But they interviewed him. So they're kind of using their past connections to round out their staff. And again, we don't know right now what the role is that he'll be serving. But what I do like about this addition to the staff is it's someone with a lot of experience. TJ McCreight's been in the NFL for a long time and been with teams that had success. You know, the Baltimore Ravens won a Super Bowl in 2000 and were a very good team for a long time. They've been good pretty much the last 25 years. The Cardinals made the playoffs in 2009 and I'm pretty sure 2010 also. 2011 they missed it. 2012 to 2016, that was the Andrew Luck era Colts. They were making the playoffs every single year. And before, unfortunately, Andrew Luck got hurt and his career ended, unfortunately. And the Eagles, 4 to 5 years making the playoffs. So there's someone who's been stuck around for a long time, been with organizations that had success when he was there. He's not the one making decisions, so you're not necessarily going through and pinpointing, okay, here's what he did here. He signed this guy and was heavy on this guy that year. I'm not really concerned about those things in particular, but just kind of going through the resume, clearly qualified for an NFL position. We don't know what that position is yet, but happy that the Jets are giving a first-time general manager guys who've been in the league for a long time who could help guide him along. Spielman, who did the role as a general manager, leading the Minnesota Vikings for a long time, and now obviously adding a veteran in the executive world like TJ McCreight to the front office. So just wanted to give you that update. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.